10, 6, 9.
Hello there YouTube. Today we have another video about the Creality's water cooling kit. I'm afraid guys, this water cooling kit has some issues because this is a replacement part I installed a while ago, but I only printed twice on it. I think the prints were around 3 hours to 7 hours, and the second print, well, showed that there is a leak again, because on the first print there was no leak. It's a brand new one because Creality has sent me a replacement part, and the replacement part is already showing some issues, and it's the same as the first one. It is leaking from this water cooling block. We're gonna see whether we can fix the issue, and this time I'm going to use a gasket sealer. Many people have said that that is a really solution that stays for a very long time. Taking it apart and putting it back together and draining the pipes and everything is not a really nice thing to do. So you guys might understand, because printer here, the Ender3 S1, I have printed, well, much more than the Ender3 V2, and it's the original part, so it's strange that it is actually leaking or anything, which is great because let me check for double check. No, it's not leaking, so I'm afraid that there are some problems with some of these, but the replacement part had the same issue. Well, as you can see, the drains here are emptying already because there is no pressure inside of this water cooling block. So that's why we are going to disassemble and see whether we can fix it.
This video is brought to you by PCBWay, your one-stop for all PCB needs. We can design, prototype and build the boards your business requires at a price you can afford. Right now, 4 and 6 layer PCB costs have been reduced by 20%. The highest quality is matched by a quick order process and a 99% on-time delivery. The best value, low minimum orders and a fast turnaround. PCBWay.com.
So guys, now I'm going to demonstrate how to disassemble this water cooling block. I have several here. I 1, 2, and the one that I was using 3. These are replacements, but I know they come from the factory with not a real nice sealant. So we're going to use this Permatex Ultra Copper Gasket Sealer. Said this should be the one that I should be using because they used this and it worked perfectly. So we are going to disassemble the one that I didn't disassemble yet, so we can see, or you can see more likely, how to disassemble it, because it's a little bit fiddling around. So first thing you do is taking these 5 bolts out. You have to be careful because I tried this before with the first watercoolingsblock, and I failed on one of the bolts because they were extremely hard tightened, and I think that the sealant was around the threads of this bolt, of one of the bolts, and it was just impossible because upper bit broke down on me and I couldn't do it. So I'm going to try on this one. So firmly seating it and just turning it anti-clockwise. Why, this goes well, very easily to open actually. And then the second one, yeah, kind of not really tightened these, not sure why, because this is a brand new one, and the third one is also not really tightened. And then the fourth one, this was a bit more tightened. I'm not using electric screwdriver because I like to do it manually on this kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, the fifth one, oh, again, is really tight. Yeah, I could get it to open. There we go. Don't lose your bolts. And now you would think it will just come out. No, it's sealed around it, so I use a hobby knife like this one. So I take the one that I'm happy to work with, which is this one here. So just put it into place. I don't have to tell you guys to be very careful with these knives. They're very sharp. I do my best to not cut myself. So you find a spot that you will going to work with, which could be on this side, this, or, well, not really this side, but this side as well. It's this, you can't really see it, but here is a little gap on this edge. And what you do is try to get it into in between. If that doesn't work, you go here. and you just push it slowly, and I can see that they are starting to bend. The edges are starting to bend, which we will have to put it back to its original state before we put the gasket back on. So just put a bit more pressure. Yeah, we finally got inside of it. So as you can see, it's fiddling around, and now we just slowly but surely get it inside of it. As you can see, it's inside, and do it all around it, just like peeling something. And now just helping it with something more powerful. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, the sealant is a really hard one here. I'm having a hard time focusing it, but this is what it looks like from the inside, and this is the gasket sealant here, the black thing around here. So I'm going to put the sealant. Maybe I should just leave this here. It doesn't come off really easily. So let's try that. So let's take this apart. Let me first read the instructions before I destroy this. So it says, for the best results, surface should be clean and dry. Cut nozzle and apply a continuous 2 to 6 millimeter bead of silicone to one surface surrounding all bolt holes. Assemble parts immediately while silicone is still wet. Finger tighten until material begins to squeeze out around flange. Let dry for 1 hour, then tighten to torque specifications. Allow 24 hours to fully cure before filling the fluid or returning to service. Replace cap after usage. All right. Open this up. Make a hole in it. All right. It doesn't smell like anything. Let's cut this. Yeah. So now let's go around the edges. I'm gonna try to spread it out evenly around all the edges, like so. I think this should do it. So now we're going to try to take this off here, just like that, and put it on there. Just align it, and as they say, it is pouring out on the sides, just like that. Okay, now we're going to fasten it, only finger tight. Well, let me clean it a little bit off my hands. Okay, this is actually a messy job. But what can you do? Please, Creality, fix these in the future, because you guys are not really taking any effort in fixing a stupid problem like this, because not everyone can fix it this way. Well, I'm hoping that this is going to fix it, because I really don't like the way it's leaking after a little bit usage. Very unreliable. And as I made a new old video about how this would be very hazardous, and happen to start a fire or something in your house, or if you're not around and your printer is leaking, well, your water coolings block is leaking all around the electronics on the Sprite extruder, okay, it might be really dangerous. So please, Creality, fix it for the sake of all your users and your clients, because it's not really something I would want to do every day, this. Okay, let me try to clean my hands because it's gotten messy. There we go. So what I'm going to do is try to clean this up here, just like that. It's kind of a sealant if you're doing it this way. There we go, and the most of it came out here. So let's do more cleaning, because once this stuff is dry, I'm afraid you won't be able to clean it this easily. So let's clean as much as possible from it. At this stage, it's really easy to clean, as you can see, just wiping over it. We need to cure this for 1 hour. And after the 1 hour, we're going to tighten the bolts completely. And after that, we're gonna let it cure for 24 hours. And then it's ready to reassemble. Here a bit. There we go. This is the first one. So we have another one here, but I'm not gonna let you guys, well, you have seen how you do it. So I'm going to finish these up. I have 2 more. And after I finish these up, I'm going to let them all cure. And tomorrow we're going to install one of them back onto the printer and hope for the best. So guys, this is all of them. And all 3 have been applied with this ultra copper gasket sealer, and we are going to let them dry for 24 hours, and then we're going to assemble this one because it's already, I even forgot to take the filament off, but I'm going to install this one onto the printer again, because this one was the one that you have seen before that was leaking. And after we have tested it, I really am hoping that this product is actually doing what it's supposed to do. All right. So here we are now, completely installed the Sprite extruder onto the printer again. And now I'm going to turn on the water coolings pump so that we can experience together whether there is a leak or not. Fingers crossed, it's just turned on. You see the liquid going through. There is some air bubbles. It's going. Well, at this stage there is no leak, as you can see. I don't see, but it might take a while before the leak starts happening again. Fingers crossed it's never going to happen again. Let's let it run for a while now, but maybe you're hearing the pump gurgling because there is, it needs to be, a little bit filled more. I took away some water from it. As you can see, that this solution so far has worked. We need to do some testing and see whether it's going to stay this way, no leakages whatsoever, or it's not a great manner to fix it. But I can't imagine a better way to do it other than a sealant that goes up to 370 degrees as far as I can remember. So we won't ever get to those temps, so we're always printing around 205 to 250, so it should be way below the temperatures that it has to reach in order to break the seal. So guys, if you want to still participate on the giveaway, hit the pop-up here, go to that video, subscribe on the channel, hit the thumbs up, and comment with hashtag giveaway so that you can participate on this giveaway of this Raspberry Pi. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, hit the thumbs down if you didn't like the video, subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content like this in the future. Bye!